Okay, today we're going to talk about preparing your house for sale in 2023. Now, I've done several other videos about this topic, but we're entering a new marketplace and we need to approach it a little differently. So let's get into it. So I'm actually recording this in December of 2022, and the last 2 years I would send videos or tell my clients to prepare their house for sale, and they were kind of lighthearted about it, because if they just had a house and it was dirty and it wasn't prepared well, guess what? It still went into escrow, and now the tables have turned. It's more of a buyer's market right now. You are going to want to put the effort into preparing your house more so now than ever. So the first thing we're going to do when we're preparing our house for sale is to clean it immaculately and polish doorknobs and chandeliers, but we're going to do a very deep cleaning of the property. Now, when I tell sellers or homeowners to clean their property, there's usually two types of homeowners. The first one is they clean everything, but it's not tidy, and the other one will go around and tidy up and polish things up, but not actually clean. And what I'm asking you to do is both. So you have buyers that come in, they're going to be looking at those baseboards, they're going to be looking at the light switches, they're going to be looking at this property as if it's going to be their forever home or their next investment opportunity, and they're going to be looking at the things that you're not looking at. Hire an expert to deep clean your property if you're not really good at it. And also, when you're living in a property, there's a lot of things that you just don't realize or you overlook. So sometimes it's a wise idea to have someone come in and do that deep cleaning for you. So probably every YouTube video or any social media post or any Google search that you look at as far as how to prepare your house for sale are going to tell you to declutter your property. We're going to clean, we're going to declutter. And if you want to know, kind of my rule of thumb is take down 30 or 40% of the items in your property. And of course, once again, if things don't belong in a room, you're going to remove it. Like, you don't want to have a bed in a living room, for example. So when you are taking down these items and moving out unnecessary furniture, you want to give a really good representation of what that room could be used for example. The buyer should be able to come into any room of the property and move around easily. And when in doubt, take it out. So any pictures, any chairs, I usually go into dining rooms and there's extra chairs at the end, like just move them into the garage or put a storage unit. But I cannot stress how important it is to clean the house and declutter. Probably the most important thing of this whole video right there. And it's a lot of work. Okay, we're going to make all necessary repairs, and that falls into two categories for me, and that's mechanical and structural. If an oven's not working, then you get it repaired or you replace it. It doesn't have to be new. It could be refurbished, but it has to work. If an air conditioning unit isn't functioning properly, either get it repaired or get it replaced. I always recommend doing a refurbished or slightly used. The stuff on your property needs to work. Now, structural, like if there's any beams or anything in the foundation, like we need to get this stuff corrected and modified and before we put the house on the market. This is my favorite. Sellers will tell me, oh, well, I just don't want to make these repairs because I think the buyer is going to want to do it on their own dime. Okay, not if it's mechanical and not if it's structural. Okay, these are things that you really do need to address. Okay, we're going to make sure that our house paint color is neutral, preferably white, white, no gray, no. You can do gray, but it's going to be light. And the reason why is because it makes the house look larger, it makes it look lighter, and you might be one of those people that like those darker colors. I mean, I actually have some different colors in my house, but if I was going to sell my house, I would paint it all one color. It would be all white, and I don't even care what variety, and it makes the house look bigger, like I said, also makes it look cleaner. And if you already have white walls and you're satisfied with them, then make sure you do those paint touch-ups, okay? I can't tell you how many times I got buyers coming in looking at the walls. It really is an indication of how well the homeowner has maintained the house over the years. Okay, we're also going to make sure our curb appeal is spectacular. Okay, the first impression when a buyer comes to a house is, what does the house look like, right? And oftentimes when, the agent's trying to get into the house, they have a lot of time walking up the house to check it out. So cobwebs are going to be removed from the eaves, and we're going to plant pretty flowers in the front, and we're going to power wash the walkways if they're dirty. And we're going to sweep. Like, the grounds need to be very well maintained. So landscaping, make sure if there's any weeds or dead plants somewhere, we're going to tidy all that up. because it really does make a difference. Okay, I'm always going to recommend staging, and I don't mean, we're going to bring in stagers and take all your furniture out and put new stuff in, although I do provide that service for all my clients and most of them take me up on it. But oftentimes, I always recommend just working with what you have. So when I do staging for homeowners that live at their property, anyway, we'll reorganize things. Once again, the most important thing you could possibly do is declutter and take most of the stuff off. When you feel like the property looks pretty naked, you're almost there. Trust me on this. But you will want to put like nice white towels in the bathrooms, declutter the sinks, with all the toothbrushes and whatnot. Have nice towels, hand towels. Take that paper towel holder thing and put it in the, in the cabinet. I know a lot of people disagree with me on that, but we don't want people to walk into your house looking at how you live and visualizing you living there. The reason why we stage a property is to depersonalize it. So when that buyer walks in, they're not, looking at how you're living or what kind of, where you've traveled with some of your photos, but rather we want them to visualize them there. So less is more. I'll put some staging tip videos down below as well. So the reason why we're doing all this work is because we're trying to attract buyers. And the best way to do that is by professional, high quality photos and videos. And if you're working with an agent that does not provide that, you're just hurting yourself. And you agents out there that aren't doing this, you need to. So the market's changed and we really need to sell the property. And the best way to do that is online. 90% of buyers out there will first see the house online before they decide to come view your property or make an appointment or even come to an open house. Decluttering, and we're staging because we want to attract that buyer online. Now, a couple of years ago, you could put, a picture of a garage door and someone will come visit the property. Okay, that's totally different right now. Trust me on this. So do the extra work. Make sure your property shines online. Take those high quality videos. You'll thank me later. Okay, I've had some homeowners ask this question when they're interviewing me to list their property, and that is, hey Audra, what kind of marketing do you have to get us the top dollar at the least amount of time? Tell me about your programs. And of course, I have all the programs and the global reach and blah, blah, blah. But there's three things that are most important to selling your home. Number one, the condition of your property. Number two, the price you list your property. And number three is you are going to want to really focus on how it shows online. Okay, that's why we're doing all the staging and decluttering and making it beautiful. And the reason why we're doing this is because we know 90% of these buyers are being reached online, even globally. So we're going to put a lot of effort. And if you're working with me, you're going to be like, this lady's nuts. I'm obviously going to work side by side with you to try to get things in order. I'm going to require you to probably take more down than what you're comfortable. And I'm doing this because I want you to get the best price with the least amount of time. I want to maximize your profits. And this is the best way to do it. So when somebody makes an appointment or comes to an open house, the house still needs to look perfect. So we don't just make the house perfect for the photo shoot. We do it every single time. Okay, now I always get there early to make sure everything looks great. But I mean, I'm not going to clean your whole house right before there's a showing appointment. I got other people's houses to sell. If you are a homeowner and there's an appointment, realize that it needs to be perfect. And I like to tell my clients that this is a job. Okay, you get up and you got to put your house together. It's like you're a guest in your own house. Okay, another helpful tip is know when trash day is. I hate trash day. At least in my area, we have trash service that comes once a week. The street looks horrible. And if you're taking photos, make sure that the photo shoot is not scheduled during trash day. And if you have a buyer, showing and they give you a couple days, just try not to show the house when it's trash day. Houses never look good during trash day. Okay, one other final tip is if you're showing your property or if you're taking a photo shoot, make sure your neighbor's garage doors are down. Of course, yours need to be too. And try to remove as many cars away from the property as possible. So if your neighbor is parking across the street or in front of you, or the teenager kids driving some junky car, see if they can move it away from the property. You want your buyer to come, park the car, look at your beautiful house, and not be distracted by some of the vehicles. So when I sit down with my sellers and tell them all the things that need to be done, sometimes they're just overwhelmed and they're like, Audra, I just can't do this. It's overwhelming. And it's like anything in life. Once you get started, it's never as bad as you think. So I'm going to encourage you, for my own clients or for those of you that are watching, it's never as bad as you think it is. As soon as you get that momentum, as soon as you get that motivation, it all falls into play. And then you realize the fruits of your efforts when you get that high price, or it goes off the market quickly, or you get the wonderful compliments for some of the buyers. years. So don't be discouraged. You can do this. We're going to do this. All right. Well, that's it for me today. If you guys have any value out of this video, please subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video.